the Fort Pitt Tunnel and into the city of Pittsburgh. And across the river on the North Shore is PNC Park, site of tonight's series finale between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hi again, everyone. With Steve Blass, I'm Tim Neverett. Robbie Ince-Mikowski joins us shortly. Tonight, the pitching matchup features that of a veteran and a newcomer. A.J. Burnett needs 2 more strikeouts to get to 2,000 in his career, and he's going to score to settle with the Cardinals.
He really does, Tim. It has been a struggle for A.J. to get the wins. He's throwing the ball just fine, getting a lot of strikeouts. His curveball has been devastating, and this is the man. This is the ace, and this is the guy you want out there. He's pitched extremely well, and it is kind of an interesting matchup when you watch him work, because he is kind of the master, and he is going to be going against the apprentice. So nothing's wrong with A.J. He's been fine, just looking for some wins. Shelby Miller, he's the phenom, the youngster for the St. Louis Cardinals. He has been very, very good. He's 2-0. They like him. You saw him coming along the pipeline when they signed him in the first round. So he has been very, very good minor league pitcher of the year the last couple of years, and a very, very good outing against the Brewers last time out.
Terrific start this year for Shelby Miller. He'll take on A.J. Burnett as the Pirates and Cardinals play in this rain-shortened 2-game series. Tonight, throughout the telecast, we'll be remembering the man, Stan Musial. Yeah, he played as a Cardinal, but he grew up in western Pennsylvania. Stan the Man's night tonight. It's the Pirates and Cardinals. First pitch and lineups coming up. Memories of great moments, teams, and players. Tonight, we celebrate one of the brightest jewels in that chest, Western PA native Stan Musial. He earned several MVPs, batting titles, and all-star appearances, but they can't fully measure his tremendous career. And though he wore Cardinal red throughout his playing days, it was the Mon Valley steel running through his veins that helped forge him into the man. Tonight, we pay tribute to the greatest baseball player to ever come from Western PA, or as Ford Frick called him, baseball's perfect night. there is some Cardinal red coming in here to PNC Park, but certainly Stan Musial remembered it was the 19th of January when he passed away, and certainly one of the greatest of all time.
How about that package of recognition? And that doesn't tell you as much as you need to know about the man. They say Stan the man. Yeah, the man himself. I don't know, Tim, if I've ever heard a negative word uttered about Stan Musial. So you've got that. That tells you what you need to know of him as a baseball player. The fact that he was universally loved. What a combination. What a man.
Also a war veteran, took time off to serve the country while in the Navy, but came right back the next year and had another exceptional year. These are home movies taken by his brother Ted. This was at Forbes Field in 1956.
Sure, family comes up and watch him play as a visitor, as a visiting Cardinal against the Pirates at Forbes. Yeah, and you looked at his body. I mean, he wasn't one of those strapping guys that had straight across shoulders, kind of rounded a little bit, had that kind of unusual peekaboo stance. But boy, did he put up a package of career numbers and accolades and awards and recognition. Everybody loved Stan Musial.
Well, we'll be remembering Stan throughout the course of the night. Cardinals lineup looks like this. John Jay back in there, starting in center field, and Matt Carpenter, Matt Holliday in the cleanup spot. The switch hitter Carlos Beltran in his 16th major league season, 282. He's got 335 home runs and over 1,200 RBIs. One of the top numbers for a switch hitter. Yadier Molina, the standard of catching behind the plate. Matt Adams, a Pennsylvania native, is starting at first base tonight. He's out of Slippery Rock. David Freese, Daniel Descalso, and Shelby Miller facing A.J. Burnett.
A.J. Burnett making start number 4. Numbers brought to you by Chevrolet. Looking for his first win. He's tied for the league lead in strikeouts with Jeff Samardzija. The Cubs 27 each. 27 strikeouts in 17 innings. I mean, he's getting that part done. But you're hoping for A.J. to compile the wins. I mean, he is the man. He's the ace of your staff in a rotation that is very much struggling for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So what you got here is a Pirates defense that needs to be strong and back up.
In the outfield, Marte, McCutchen, and Snyder getting the start in right field tonight. Alvarez and Barmes on the left side of the infield. Walker and Jones on the right, and Russell Martin completes the battery with A.J. Burnett.
Kind of interesting because we're talking about the master, the veteran, the grizzled veteran. As you take a look at Andrew McCutchen, he's in center field. A.J. Burnett, certainly the grizzled veteran. Shelby Miller, the youngster, and then the curveball against the fastball. Here's the curveball guy.
Well, we're underway, and John Jay takes a strike. .68 degrees at game time here at PNC Park. Much better weather expected for this game than last night, where the Pirates got about an hour and 2 innings before the skies opened up, and thunder and lightning, and
did they ever?
It was just an absolute mess around here last night. And the pitch in for strike 2.
Oh, there's a curveball. That will be the first of many that you will see from A.J. He's just been leaning on that hook this year.
Well, Burnett against John Jay, the 0-2 pitch. Strikeout 1999 for A.J. Burnett.
That was pretty clinical. Fastball, curveball, curveball. Right on the inside corner. That's the way to start a ball game.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Got him on 3 pitches.
Yep. Nobody throws more, and very few throw anything better, if anybody.
Matt Carpenter, the second baseman, takes outside for a ball.
And one of the neat things about A.J., he's got plenty of fastball to complement, so you can't just sit on the curveball. This fastball is plenty good at 91, 92, 93. Nice 1-2 punch.
1-0 to Carpenter. Here's a strike. Carpenter out of Texas Christian University helped lead them to the College World Series a few years back. Old school player, no batting gloves. I don't like that. 1-1. That's in for a strike.
Don't see that very often. We got guys that have batting gloves, and if they get on first, they switch from the batting gloves to the running gloves.
At the bare hands of Matt Carpenter up there with a 1-2 count. We will get another. AJ last year went 1-2 against St. Louis. Had an ERA of 8.80 against him, and mostly because he gave up 12 earned runs in a game back in May in St. Louis in less than 3 innings.
Oh, come on.
Did he go? No.
Didn't have to go. That ball might have been a ball when it got to the catcher, but I don't know, going across home plate, it looked pretty darn good.
Carpenter now with a 2-2 count. And the pitch. Ground ball to Walker. 2 gone in the first inning for St. Louis. AJ got the ground ball out. Now he'll face Matt Holliday. Clint Hurdle knows that AJ's just due. In fact, you go back to the 21st of August or his last 12 starts, Burnett's decisions have not been in his favor. Just 1-8 since that time, but he knows he's going to turn that around.
Well, those numbers withstanding, and they are what they are, you'll still run him out there on a regular basis. You will do that.
And a pitch to Holliday. Strike in the corner. .267 this year for Holliday. Had 2 hits in the series opener Monday night. And a ground ball to third. Alvarez with it. And a quick 1-2-3 top of the first as Captain Hook gets them in order. Pirates coming to bat against Shelby Miller next. The first inning against right-hander Shelby Miller. The Toyota starting lineup for the Pirates. Marte with a 9-game hitting streak. Had it up to 10 in a row last night, but the rainout wiped that hit out. But hitting .462 with 5 extra base hits during the 9-game hitting streak. Snyder in the 2 spot, McCutchen, Jones, and Walker. And Alvarez, Martin, Barmes, and Burnett facing Miller.
22-year-old right-hander. Phenom. He's 2-0 on ERA under $1.50.
Well, first pitch to Marte. In for a called strike.
Well, let's get official with his statistics early in the season. He's doing just fine. 12 strikeouts in 12 innings. This young man is a power pitcher. It has been his entire professional career.
Marte to right field, backing up Beltran, and he will watch it go off the wall. Marte will not stop at second. He's heading for third. Starling Marte in with a leadoff triple. And a 10-game hitting streak for Starling Marte. How do you like this kid?
Well, we said when the Pirates came home from the road trip, you're going to see a lot of the Pirates. You're going to see a lot of Starling Marte, and he can do so many things. Here's enough power to carry it to the opposite field. They do a decent job with the bounce, but he was flying around second base at that point. Here he comes out of the box. He's got all this in front of him. And there he makes his decision right there. That one last look, and he's out of town. That's fun to watch. That's flat out fun to watch.
He has had a terrific start to the season. Absolutely outstanding. Just raised his .370 batting average. His second triple of the season. And now Travis Snider a chance to get him in.
He wanted that 10-game hitting streak back quickly.
He did. He got it back. And Snider takes inside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, the Pirates picking up where they left off last night. They knocked the ball all around the ballpark in the bottom of the first inning, and they put up a 0 in the second, but then the rains came, washed everything out.
1-1 to Travis. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Snider, 3 doubles on the season already. No home runs, although might have had one the other day that was ruled fan interference on replay. I talked to him about it today in the clubhouse, and he's just not worried about it. Just what can you do?
Nothing.
1-2 pitch, and this one rolled foul. In fact, he said, you know, it's probably better I didn't hit the home run because home runs can be rally killers. And he said that inning was a rally, and we ended up coming back and winning. So he was more than willing to give up a home run for himself.
I never got that thing, rally killer. Well, it's a rally in itself.
That's where the so-called home run went, or the so-called double. 1-2 pitch, and Snider loops this one into right center. That one is going to get down for a hit, and the Pirates lead it 1-0 as Marte scores. An RBI base hit for Snider.
Nice start on a Wednesday night. In that Bermuda triangle in between the second baseman, center fielder, and right fielder, just beyond the reach of Carpenter. Let's see if we can get this youngster, this 22-year-old right-hander, back on his heels a little bit before he kind of gets himself settled into the game. And who better to give that attempt to than number 22?
Andrew McCutchen looks at the first pitch low for ball 1. Cuts off to a decent start. Certainly in the run production area, doing okay. Starling Marte getting an attaboy from hitting coach Jay Bell. 1-0 coming to McCutchen. Out in front just a little bit. Off speed pitch from Shelby Miller.
That is his second pitch. We told you about the matchup. Old veteran against the youngster. Curveball against the fastball. We've seen the curveball. Now you're going to see the fastball from this young man.
Miller, originally from Houston, Texas. Works that extreme first base side of the rubber. Half a foot on, half a foot off.
That's a familiar look. That's what I like to line up. As long as you're in contact, you don't have to have the whole foot there. There's that real good live fastball from Shelby Miller.
The majority of the time, Miller is going to rely on his fastball. He did right there. So Miller gets ahead of McCutchen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bottom of the first. Pirates a 1-0 lead. Leadoff triple for Marte, and Snider got him in with a blooper to right center. And this one is toward the middle. Carpenter will step on the bag, and he's started the double play. Finishing it was Adams with the put out at first base. So that cleans things up. 2 down for Garrett Jones now.
Would have been nice if Miller had gotten a piece of that, just deflected a little bit, let it die on the grass, but it got past him. He played it badly enough for it to get to second base, and then the double play was pretty easy. Nice job of picking the ball up and getting everything else done at second base by Matt Carpenter.
Yeah, pretty good play by Carpenter. Utility guy. Last year was the starter at first base at the beginning of the season, and ended up playing a bunch of outfield as well. And now settling in as a second baseman for the Cardinals.
You know, according to the charts we got, as you take a look at Garrett Jones against Miller, just almost exclusively fastballs. I mean, you're going to see some curveballs, but they didn't show much off-speed change-up curveball or anything. A lot of heat.
Jones' home run came on the road trip against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And he rips this one to right. And Jones continues to swing a hot bat here in April. Third hit of the inning for the Pirates. Solidly struck single by Garrett Jones. Well, you can join us during the course of the night via social media. You can tweet us at Root Sports Pit and use the hashtag BucksBooth. You can send us all of your questions, comments, and observation. They've got it up in the truck so they can monitor it. We also are monitoring it here in the booth, so Steve can get familiar with it. That's why we have it here.
Isn't it just like a password? What is this hashtag?
It's a hashtag. It's like a number sign. You know, it's a hashtag. It's something that I guess puts all the comments of one category in one column.
Of course.
I don't know all
yeah,
of
I knew that
actually,
part. Yeah, I was familiar with that.
Yeah. Of course you are. Steve Blass is not wired for wireless, folks. He's got a rotary dial cell phone still.
The rotary dial up on the wall in the kitchen works just fine. Got that long cord.
When you pick up your phone, does the operator ask you who you want to reach?
No, but you know, you have to hold the phone up with a cord. You know, you hold the headset down so that it untwists so it doesn't get too twisted.
Here's the 1-1 coming to Neil Walker. He goes to the left side, and that is down into the corner. Jones got a hustle, and Nick Leiva's going to stop him at third base. Neil Walker in with a 2-out double.
And you talk about Garrett Jones, and accurately, hot bat for Neil Walker is stinging everything. Even the outs that he has been hitting the ball at people with have been well hit. Matt Holliday's going to have a little problem with this. Not to be critical, but if there's somebody else running beside Garrett Jones, there might be a decision that Nick Leiva is going to have to make in terms of sending him. He probably was 50-50. He was right to stop Garrett right there. That was the absolute correct call.
Well, Pedro Alvarez. And he takes a strike.
He was proud pop in the ballpark. Tom Walker in watching his son and being quite happy with his first at bat.
0-1 pitch coming to Alvarez. And he fouls it back. Pedro had 23 RBIs against the Cardinals last year in 15 games. Second highest total ever against the Cardinals. Greg Luzinski of the 77 Phillies had 28 in the season, but Luzinski had it in 75. Ernie Banks had 23 in 1960. Jake Westbrook gave up a lot of those to Alvarez, who pops this one up. He's twisting toward the rain tarp, and Freeze, the third baseman, will make the catch right there. Pirates get a run on 4 hits. 2 men left. We'll head to the second at PNC Park. 1-0 Pirates.
Ball players don't have a lot of free time during the day, and yesterday Andrew McCutchen did something very nice. He spent a couple hours with the Habitat for Humanity project on a home in McKeesport, and McCutchen spent a couple hours helping build a home. It's going to a husband and a wife and their daughter who is in 10th grade. They live just a couple blocks around the corner. The home built as part of the Habitat for Humanity project. They'll be moving into this new home, they hope, within the next couple months. So a very nice thing done by a very nice guy, and a nice thing the Pirates do, Tim and Steve, in the community with their partnership with Habitat for Humanity. And that says a lot about Andrew McCutchen to not have a lot of time. These guys get to the ballpark, some at noon, some at 1 o'clock, and to spend some time doing that meant a lot.
Yeah, you'd have to think so, certainly. And McCutchen's certainly not one to shy away from pitching in. Appears at a lot of schools and initiates a lot of that on his own.
Yeah, Andrew backs it up. Just doesn't talk about it. He backs it up.
Here's Carlos Beltran. And he will take inside. It's 1-1. A lot of times, Steve, Major League Baseball, there are guys who do some community work, and sometimes they're approached by the team and they say, hey, can you do this, can you do that? And that does happen with everybody, but with McCutchen, he's initiated a lot of things on his own. He's the real deal, that guy. 1-2 as Burnett gets ahead of Beltran. One up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. AJ with 1,999 strikeouts.
On the wall. One more would be.
There it is. That's 2K for AJ. Standing ovation all around PNC Park.
Classy move by Yadier Molina to stand out where the crowd acknowledges that accomplishment.
Yadier Molina, Gold Glove catcher, takes a strike. Here is number 2,000 again.
Pretty special milestone. Fastball, inside corner.
Well, the guy he struck out is a pretty good player. Andy Pettit, the active leader, 2,327. CC Sabathia, Roy Halladay, and AJ Burnett. That's good company.
And home plate Adrian Johnson can say he was there and he called it. Working the plate. So the rest of the umpiring crew. It's critical. It's not critical. I shouldn't say critical, but it's important for a guy like AJ who throws a lot of breaking balls to kind of get in tandem with a home plate umpire and kind of have a feel for what he's going to be able to get away with, what's going to be called, because a breaking ball coming in is at different places during flight. When it goes over home plate, it's someplace, and when it gets caught by the catcher, it's at a different place.
Pedro spinning, throws out Molina. 2 out.
Nice pick by Pedro, and then turns the gun loose.
Well, one thing Clint Hurdle has talked about Alvarez, in spite of his offensive struggles to start the season, he said it has not interfered with the other side of his game, the defensive side. And now coming to the plate is Matt Adams. He was born in Pittsburgh, attended Slippery Rock. He played college baseball there, and he is from Phillipsburg, PA. And how about that batting average? .611. with 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. It's been hard for Mike Matheny to find a place for him, but he can flat out hit.
He reminds me of Brad Eldred, our big country guy. He's put together like him.
2 down, bases empty for Adams.
11 for 18. Goodness.
AJ gets that one by him. A lot of Matt Adams fans here.
Yep.
Family and friends in the red jerseys.
And if they turn their back, they all have Adams number 53 in the back of those red shirts.
It's the Adams family.
Pretty proud group.
To center field, and McCutchen will make the grab, and that's 6 up and 6 down for Mr. 2000, A.J. Burnett. AJ has reached his milestone, and he'll be adding to that, that's for sure. 29 strikeouts. He is the National League leader currently. And Russell Martin pops the first pitch up. Adams giving a chase, and that one's going to drop in. Well, Russell Martin gets new life as Matt Adams rumbled over there, but just couldn't get a glove on it.
You know, we heard earlier in the week, as you watch this replay of this foul ball that does not get caught, that actually Jim Trudinich, the Pirates PR director, paved the way for Matt Adams up at Slippery Rock. And chances are that Matt would not have chosen that school had it not been for Jimmy T.
And from Slippery Rock all the way to the big leagues.
There's a background story to him signing with the Cardinals too. I'll tell you about that when that call was made for the strike. Talk about scouting and trying to evaluate talent. He was the 699th player taken in the draft. 699th, something like the 27th round, and here he is in the big leagues. So it's a tough gig to evaluate talent, project what somebody's going to be like when they're 18, 20, 22 years old.
Hard to figure out.
It is. How's he going to be in 3 years?
Russell Martin to left field. Matt Holliday there to corral it for out number 1. It's a Free Shirt Friday when the Braves come to town this Friday at 7:05. All fans take home a Pirates t-shirt at the gates, courtesy of People's Natural Gas. For tickets or to see all of the Free Shirt Friday designs, visit pirates.com/Free Shirt Friday.
Pirates having some good at bats. The ball Russell Martin hit was tattooed right at Holliday.
Clint Barnes trying to get things going. 121. He needs one more hit for a milestone hit. He's just one away from 800 base hits. One and one to Barmes. Shelby Miller catches the inside corner for a called strike. It's 1-2.
Never faced the Pirates. This youngster who spent most of the year AAA last year, won 10 games, and then came up and had 6 appearances with the Cardinals, 1 start, and won his first major league game last September.
Well, he set the Memphis AAA strikeout record last year with 160. Memphis for years was a Double-A town. Memphis Chicks used to be there, but now they're the Memphis Redbirds. Have been that way for a number of years. Barmes goes down on strikes looking. They're quickly 2 out for the Pirates in the bottom of the second. Take a look at some of the congratulatory tweets that have come in at Buck's booth.
Wazzy Wasco checked in.
Old friend of yours?
Oh, Wazzy.
Congrats. That's AJ's Twitter handle down there. 34th.
What did he do? Well, he struck out 2,000 batters. That's what he did.
That's what he did. He finds himself behind in the count 0-1. The Parrot shows up tonight.
He was keeping a close eye on those ducks that were out on the tarp last night during the rainstorm. He's making sure they were on their good behavior. Parrots, I don't think they're crazy about ducks being around their neck of the woods.
I think the Parrots are crazy about other things. Two balls, 2 strikes, and Burnett watches it outside. The count goes full, 3-2.
Well, along with the real good stuff, Shelby Miller, this blue chip prospect of the Cardinals, has shown exceptionally good control through his minor league career.
And the payoff pitch, cut on and missed. Strikeout number 2 for Shelby Miller. 1-0 Pirates after 2.
First and only time I had 201 hits, and I started thinking about it after I became 80. No wonder I got 200 hits. Who's going to walk me to get to Stan Musial? I mean, this man was just a marvelous hitter, and when he announced his retirement, he put us right back into the pennant race and just carried us coming down the stretch. Just an awesome person and a magnificent baseball player.
The great Dick Grote. And the patch that the Cardinal players are wearing in honor of Stan the Man, who passed away in mid-January. January of 2012, the Denora Monessen Bridge was officially renamed the Stan the Man Memorial Bridge. So any person crossing the Mon on Route 1022 will be reminded of the Cardinal slugger. Nice honor
great.
that the Pennsylvania
wonderful.
House of Representatives bestowed upon Stan.
Yep. Right of the valley.
Now here's David Freese. It'll be 7-8-9 due up against A.J. Burnett here in the top of the third inning. Pirates a 1-0 lead. Pitch outside to Freese. 1 ball and no strikes. Freese hitting .235. No homers, just a single run driven in. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Now, Stan Musial used to come to the big event, the Adios, which is a huge event, still is, but it was really big when Del Miller, who was name is synonymous with the Meadows, had a big golf tournament, of course the big Meadows race, and Stan would come in every year for the party and play, after a couple of cordials, play the Wabash Cannonball on the harmonica, and it just, everybody loved it. Everybody gathered around, and he just drew people to him. It was just a wonderful part of the party, and we knew it was coming every year. It was a great get-together that Del Miller put on, and Stan was always part of it. It was just great. I mean, a lot of people came. Whitey Ford used to come in. Just a great gathering of people, kind of a tribute to Del Miller, and Stan Musial front and center. Talk about some stories with one of the greatest harness drivers ever, maybe the greatest harness driver ever, maybe one of the very, very best baseball players ever.
Here's a strike, 3-2. Stan was, you mentioned the Wabash Cannonball. He was good on the harmonica.
Yeah.
Carry it around and entertain folks from time to time. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The wind and the pitch. Fouled off. So 3-2 to Freese. AJ's payoff pitch to the Cardinal third baseman. It's fouled back. Against the Cardinals in his career, AJ is 5-5 in 11 career starts. He does have a complete game. That came when he was with the Marlins. And last year he was 1-2. There's 3 starts.
Well, that disaster start, he was just getting back on his feet from the spring training accident. So
3-2, got him.
Just getting some work in.
Third strikeout for Burnett. And he's retired the first 7 Cardinals.
Right there in the outside corner. Yeah, you remember that game where he got lit up? Basically, he was getting work in. He was getting a lot of pitches thrown, and I think he was working in tandem with Clint Hurdle. So I want to work. I know I'm getting lit up. But, it was early on, and it's come back.
Oh, Descalso clubs one to center field. McCutchen in front of the track will make the catch. Let's check in with Robbie Inchmakowski.
Guys, a couple minutes ago you were talking about Stan Musial playing the harmonica, and the St. Louis Cardinals, in a way of honoring him last Friday, had a giveaway at the ballpark. It was Stan Musial Harmonica Night, and every fan in attendance got a harmonica along with the sheet for how to play Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and that was his song. He's done it quite a few times at the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies, and played it on a few other occasions in St. Louis. So pretty cool giveaway by the Cardinals. Another way of paying tribute to the man.
That looks like a great
That's
giveaway.
great. Wonderful. Very creative.
Great memento to have if you're a Cardinal fan, baseball fan.
Yeah, a lot of people can get an autographed ball, an autographed hat, but get an autographed harmonica with Stan the Man Musial's name on it. That's pretty cool.
Miller quickly 0-2. AJ trying to make quick work of his opposite number, 22-year-old Shelby Miller.
it would be almost unfair to throw the hook again. But he did.
Did anyway.
Something about the pitchers union that prohibits that. When you got a guy in a submission hold.
He got him. Strikeout number 4, and A.J. Burnett has faced 9 Cardinals. He's retired them all. Top of the order due up for the Pirates when we come back.
Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks.
Tonight's Barrel Automotive League leaders stat. Major League leaders among leadoff hitters. And Marte right there, number 3 behind Austin Jackson of the Tigers and Jose Altuve of the Astros. Tied with Alex Gordon of Kansas City. Barrel Automotive, we're driven to be better. 1-0 Pirates. Marte had a leadoff triple.
Yeah, and he checks in now with a season average of a cool 382.
That's pretty good. Is that any good?
Yep.
And Marte to right field again. This time Beltran's got a handle on it near the track. Starling is now 1 for 2.
Tried to do a repeat.
Well, Travis Snyder will try his turn. He drove in Marte in the first inning. Well, Starling Marte doesn't seem to be phased or overwhelmed or anything like that early on in his big league career. Remember, he hit the first pitch he ever saw in the big leagues out of the ballpark when he debuted in Houston last summer. And ever since, he has been displaying all kinds of attributes that have made him a terrific player. Strong arm, great running speed, good defensive ability. He can hit the power occasionally. Right now he's hitting for average. He has been producing. Quickly 0-2 to Travis Snyder. Snyder off to a nice start at 321. A little bit low is Shelby Miller trying the curveball.
So you look at Matt Adams, drafted 699th. You look at Starling Marte, non-drafted, not even drafted. They're doing okay.
Both playing in this ball game tonight. He was signed as a Marte was signed as a free agent, international free agent, as a teenager. to the Dominican Academy. And Snyder down on strikes. 2 gone for the Pirates in the 3rd inning. This Saturday, the Bucs will host the Atlanta Braves at 7:05. The first 25,000 fans receive an Andrew McCutchen Awards bobblehead, compliments of Trip Total Media. It's also an Eaton Park Scratch and Win Saturday when all fans receive a scratch card, good for prizes from Eaton Park. For tickets, visit pirates.com. Make sure you get to the gates early. Just 25,000 bobbleheads. So you want to be one of the first 25,000 through the gates.
Yeah, don't get shut out, because some people will, and that's just a fact. They're going to be a hot item.
A swing and a miss by McCutchen. Finds himself down on the count 0-2.
You know, the scouting report on Shelby Miller was that we weren't going to see any curveballs or any changeups, or I exaggerate, not very much. And we've seen the great fastball, but he has pulled the string. In fact, he pulled it on Travis Snyder to get the strikeout, and Andrew has seen a couple. So it doesn't guarantee. You see tendencies and you see what people have done, but it doesn't guarantee that an adjustment might be made in a given situation. So we're seeing some off-speed stuff from Shelby Miller, perhaps more than we expected to. And again, I qualify that with not having seen him at all. This is the first look the Pirates have gotten from this right-hander.
And that's got to be somewhat of an advantage at times for the pitcher, because the batters have not seen him before, and they're really gathering their own personal scouting report on him.
Right, because they know what he's done. They've seen video, but is he going to do it tonight? Yeah, well, who knows? The hitters have to react. The pitcher can change his plan. Everything's initiated with the pitcher. Then the hitter can adjust. If the hitters adjust, then the pitcher can come back and adjust, react to that. Now the hitter's got to react again. He's got to readjust. So hitting's tough, because you play off the pitcher. Pitcher starts everything.
Full count to McCutchen. 2 outs, bases empty. Garrett Jones in the on-deck circle. And McCutchen awaiting the 3-2 pitch from Shelby Miller. To left field, right at Matt Holliday.
Another curveball.
Second straight inning, 3 up and 3 down. We're heading to the 4th at PNC Park. Pirates a 1-0 lead.
Toyota. Now's the time to go places with Toyota. Visit buyatoyota.com for special offers. And buy PNC for the achiever in you. Let's go Bucs.
Let's go to the Twitter sphere right now, Steve. What do you say? Tweeties at Root Sports Pit, hashtag Bucks Booth. Watching the Buccos and Pens. Great night. Go Buccos. Hashtag great job, Root. Hashtag
Jimmy Buffett.
Bucks Booth.
Is that who sends it? Buffett 46? What does that mean?
I don't know if it's Jimmy Buffett.
Well, but I mean that's the area of whatever that thing is that shows where it comes from.
That's your handle. That's your, how people identify you.
Yeah, I had a handle when I was selling class rings and I was on the road with the CB.
Ah.
This here's a foul ball.
That's what your CB handle was?
Yeah.
Now, the kids watching are going, what is a CB handle? Breaker 19.
I had to decide between foul ball and ball 4.
2-0 to John Jay, center fielder. He takes up high, 3 balls, no strikes. Jay struck out swinging to start the ball game.
So far, the ball game kind of as advertised, with Burnett throwing the ball well, Shelby Miller throwing the ball well. A lot of pitching going on.
Jay fires that one in there for a strike. Burnett has retired the first 9 Cardinals. And the 3-1. And Jay goes to the left side. That will be a foul ball. And the count full, 3-2.
If AJ can come all the way back.
Ray Searage, Pirates pitching coach, keeping tabs on things from the dugout.
Checking the charts.
Here's the payoff pitch to Jay. We'll get another. The Cardinals 8-5. They lead the Central Division in the early going. Pirates 6-7. Cincinnati beat Philly in the first half of a doubleheader today, so they have gone to 7-7. And there's another strikeout for A.J. Burnett, number 5.
And that's the veteran, not giving in, throwing the fastball. 3-2 count. He tried it on 1 full count delivery. Now goes the curveball. Jay's looking for the fastball, and that's it. And they say they don't guess. Looking for the heat. Didn't get it.
Carpenter takes ball 1.
This is the healthy Carpenter. Chris Carpenter, the pitcher, not healthy. Continues to fight the physical miseries. Still hoping he can go back one more time. He's been a great major league pitcher.
Walker with a diving stop. Got him. Terrific play by Neil Walker.
Great start for Neil Walker. A double, ringing double, and then a great stop to keep things rolling for A.J. Burnett. There's a proud mom and dad, Carolyn, Tom Walker. Flat out. Neil gives up the body, gets up in time, gets the out at first base. Cardinals still looking for their first base runner. That kind of play helps that streak continue.
Pitch to Matt Holliday. Strike 1. What a good first step by Walker to his right. That makes that play possible.
Right, and then he had time to get up and set his back foot. That allowed him to get enough heat on the throw over to first base. Sometimes you don't have that luxury. He had the time. Got the ball, set himself. Good strong throw. Another, I'll tell you, A.J. Burnett, if he orders a new sport coat, the right sleeve is going to have to be longer than the left sleeve, because he's airing it out with that curveball. That's stretching that arm out.
He's ahead of Holliday, 0-2.
Maybe you just have to get some more tattoos. You just have to, because he's going to have some exposed area.
Maybe the ink's weighing his arm down.
If you can throw the curveball like that, I'd send every pitcher you got to the tattoo parlor.
That last pitch for Burnett was his 50th of the ball game, and the 0-2 again. Did he go? No, says first base umpire Field Cobra, the crew chief.
Yeah, you look at his arm, it looks like the top of the Sistine Chapel. You've got tattoos all over the places. You look at the check swing. It's always a 50-50 deal. Sometimes you get those calls, sometimes you don't. Simple as that. Well, no, that doesn't look like the Sistine Chapel. We'll take that back.
Might just scare the hitter.
Anything but, by the way. Might have gone in a different direction.
1-2 to Holiday.
It's nice that you can just show a batter, all right, I'm going to show you my fastball. Oh, but by the way, it's going to be 92, 93 miles an hour.
Also Martin with a fist pump behind the plate, saying, let's get him. And this one is tapped foul. You know, one of the things about Burnett, and seen his 5 strikeouts already, he leads the majors in strikeouts per 9 innings pitched, 14.3.
What is he, 35, 36 years old?
Yes. And with Burnett continuing to pump in strikes, he's off to a terrific start in that category. Record-wise 0-2, looking for his first win of the year.
They still want to go back outside.
Got him. Strikeout number 6. And A.J. Burnett has struck out the first 2 men this inning, but has retired the first 12 Cardinals. Neil Walker making sure of that.
The St. Louis Cardinals. I am here down the right field line, joined by the members of Matt's immediate family, father Jamie, mother Lisa, sister Kaylee right here. Jamie, you're watching your son in PNC Park play a big league ball game for the very first time. He grew up a Pirates fan. How do you describe this night?
It's unbelievable. I mean, he always wanted to play in PNC Park as a little kid growing up. I mean, it's unbelievable to see him chase his dream come true. I mean,
and we'll ask you, Mom Lisa, at what point in time during Matt's childhood, his high school career, college, and into the pros, did you think he could play at this level?
You know, he's always been such a hard worker. In his mind, it was a dream for him. He always just worked so hard, so we always told him he could do anything he put his mind to. So I don't know if there was a time since we were his family that we could see, but he's always just worked hard and had that dream. So.
25 people made the trip here. You work for Fullerton Bus Company out there in Phillipsburg, PA. 25 people made the bus ride here. What's it like just having everybody around here to witness this with you?
It's unbelievable. I want to thank my boss, Mike Fullerton, for getting us the bus together. They've been all unbelievable people. I just started there in December. I mean, they're letting me do what I want to do to see my boy play ball. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, him and his wife, Lori, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, congratulations to the entire Adams family. I'm sure it's a little bit of bragging rights here on Sister Kaylee. We'll see how that goes the rest of the way. But Tim and Steve, what a special night for this family to watch their son and brother play a big league ball game.
There's nothing like the look on a dad's face in these kind of scenarios, and it can be as a dad of a major league ball player, it can be the dad of a kid bringing home a good paper from school. I mean, that you love to see that. Tom Walker was here, and his son Neil has done a great job.
And Neil hits this one in the air to left field. Backing up is Holiday. 2 out for the Pirates in the 4th. Yeah, but it's extra special for the Walker family because they can just drive down the road 20 minutes and watch their kid play every night.
It's just so much fun. They wear that look of pride. You can see it all over them. They don't even try to hide it. It's I'll tell you, and the moms too, of course. The dads sometimes have that game face on, that professional look, but when they see their boys do something pretty special, that game face goes away and it softens up wonderfully. It's always good. Those stories are just great.
Pedro Alvarez, 1 ball, no strikes. He flied out foul to David Freese at third base, first time up, but he takes a strike. Good looking curve from Shelby Miller. Out of high school, Miller was headed to Texas A&M to play baseball, but the Cardinals came calling, and sure a few dollars followed, being a first rounder and all.
Yeah, they come calling with a checkbook. I don't know, when you think of it, I mean, it can set you up for life. You got to get that substantial first round bonus money.
1-2 to Pedro, and Pedro hammers it down the right field line. He has hooked it.
Certainly plenty of distance. That first one will come. And when you talk about Shelby Miller, what a great environment to step into. He's got a veteran catcher, Yadier Molina, a
Alvarez, a
manager,
hot shot down to Adams, and Pedro just beats it. I mean, the ball just beats Pedro. Beg your pardon. 1-2-3 for the 3rd straight inning for Shelby Miller. 1-0 Pirates.
And the thing that I realized is that Mr. Musial always remained a Donora boy. He may have lived in St. Louis for all of those years, but he was always interested in Donora. We would talk on the phone, and the first thing he would say is, "What's going on back home?"
This is 465 6th Street in Donora, famous for being the birthplace of Stan Musial. He was the 5th of Lucas and Mary Musial's 6 children. So the number 6 was a part of his life long before he made that number famous in St. Louis and all around baseball. Pirates a 1-0 lead heading to the top of the 5th inning. A.J. Burnett has been a big part of the Pirates story tonight. He has retired the first 12 Cardinals and now facing Carlos Beltran. He struck out looking to start the 2nd inning. .214 the average for the switch hitter. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. It's in for a strike. Well, it's neat to hear earlier in the ballgame Dick Groat's experience about being a teammate with Musial in 1963. There's a ground ball right to Barmes, playing up the middle.
Perfectly
one down. Well, time for our Day Automotive to stay in history. On this date, 1946, Stan Musial played in his second game after missing a season fighting in World War II. And against his hometown Pirates, he went 3 for 4 with a triple and a 6-0 win for the Cards that season. He would lead the league in games, at-bats, runs, hits, doubles, triples, slugging percentage, and batting average, winning his second MVP award. Thanks to Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Yadier Molina behind in the count, 0-1.
Well, how about Dick Groat coming from a world championship in '60, then going over to the Cardinals and then just doing great things with the Cardinals. The teammates were the Roberto Clemente and Bill Mazeroski, and then you go and you hook up with Stan Musial, and it's traveling in real good company for, by the way, the 1960 most valuable player, Dick Groat.
Saw Dick on opening day. One of many Pirates alums.
He's still very loyal to the Pirates. He attends a lot of alumni functions. Dick Groat is a great Pittsburgher, a great Pirate. Swissvale native, Braddock Avenue neighborhood.
Part of the '60 team.
Or was he ever?
Never spent a day in the minors, right? And a great basketball player at Duke.
All-American and played pro basketball. Fort Wayne Pistons his first year with the Pirates and the Pistons. It's a pretty good athletic talent.
2-2 now to Molina. Two balls and 2 strikes. And Burnett's pitch. Fouled off.
You know, you consider great careers like the DiMaggios and the Musials, who played in the 40s and went into the service. I mean, that was a very normal thing. Those guys went. Their careers were interrupted. Still established great careers. You wonder what the numbers would have been had they not gone into the service. And if you asked all of them, they would probably say, well, I don't know, but I did the right thing. And that's another reflection on their character.
Well, Russell Martin needed a second. Took one right off the mask. And now he's ready to settle back behind home plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 out.
And A.J. Burnett is becoming quite the story here on a Wednesday night in Pittsburgh.
Payoff pitch to Molina. To right field. Here comes Snyder.
Well, make the commitment. A.J. Burnett appreciates it. He gives them the salute. So they keep it going. So far, 2 extraordinary plays. One by Walker, now one by Snyder. And not that he took it off the shoe tops, off the grass, but he came and made the commitment. He goes down, but he's got the ball in his sight line, and that's probably why a lot of players will go down, and they'll be able to stay with the lineup better. Yadier Molina not happy with the result of that play.
Now Matt Adams with 2 outs takes outside.
So you see a lot of players, they will be on the ground, but their sight line is the same. The glove will stay right with the eyes, and they can stay level with the baseball. Some guys prefer to make that play that way. Other guys will just reach down on the run. It makes sense to try to keep your eyes at that line drive level. So we got 2 circles as we play with 2 outs in the 5th inning on a special night to this point for A.J.
Falls a little bit behind Matt Adams. 2 balls, no strikes. Burnett has retired the first 14 in a row.
And twice he has come up big in 3-2 counts. At least twice, maybe more. 2 that I remember.
Put that one past him at 92.
Yep, and that's the thing that makes it so great when you have those kind of pitches. You don't need a lot more than 2 pitches if they're both very much above average pitches.
Adams' average dropped all the way to 579 from 611.
Yeah, and behind on that fastball. Now he's got this youngster, this rookie, in a tough spot because he has enough with the heat. But if he goes back downstairs after 2 high fastballs, that changes the speed, it changes the location. He's got a couple things going if he decides to go that way.
2-2.
And he did, and Adams did a good job staying with it. That's an adjustment from a high, good fastball to a low, good curveball. Bat looks pretty small in his hands, doesn't it?
He is a big boy.
Another 3-2 again. Always nice to be able to say that the runners will not be off with this pitch because there are no runners.
Bases empty still.
Nor have there been any.
And the 3-2. To center field and deep, going back McCutcheon. And he's got it on the track. 15 in a row to start the game for A.J. Burnett. He's through 5. And plays like this, helping out the pitcher. And men of his generation. Stan Musial was drafted into service during World War II. His contribution to the war is commemorated alongside every other veteran from Denora on the Denora War Memorial. Russell Martin pops this one up shallow center. Carpenter out. He'll make the play, and quickly one is down. Martin 0 for 2.
Yeah, just want to go back. I've always been told, Bob Prince told me never start a story with 2 outs, but Greg Brown does it all the time, and he gets away with it. So going back to Miller, I was making the point that as a young pitcher coming up with a catcher like Molina, who's been around a long time, and a manager who is a former catcher, I mean, that's a great environment. They not only know catching, they know pitchers and pitching. So it's really, really good for a youngster like Shelby Miller to have that around him. Along with this good stuff, he's got good mentoring.
And Barmes behind 0-2.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the way he's pitching tonight, other than the fact his opponent's doing a little bit better. And not by much, just 1-0 ball game.
I'd like to see the Pirates get some offense for AJ the way that he's dealing tonight. Barmes hangs in there. Still sitting on career hit 799.
That's the best thing that can happen when you're involved in this kind of gem that he's working with. Stay busy.
To center field, hangs up for John Jay. 2 out for the Pirates in the bottom of the 5th. Here is Burnett.
And as much as you can say in this scenario about, okay, yeah, this is all right because, you know, when you're that hot, let's get him back out of there because he's got his rhythm. He would just soon sit in there right now, trust me, and watch the Pirates score 10 runs.
Burnett, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. Well, Shelby Miller getting it done here. He's a good-looking young pitcher. He's retired the side in order 3 straight innings and working on 4 after giving up the leadoff triple to Starling Marte. The Pirates banged out 4 hits against him in the 1st inning, but that's been it. Marte waiting his turn on the on-deck circle. Adams chasing it, but he will not get it. That'll be strike 2 for Burnett.
Well, we've run the big man down into the right field foul territory area a couple times now, and he'll hustle after it.
This guy,
Miller better take his time there because if he doesn't give Matt a chance to catch his breath, why, he'll never get close to the post-game spread.
Here's the 2-2. And AJ strikes out 4 straight innings that Shelby Miller has set down the side in order. Burnett pitching to the Cardinals with a lead when we come back.
Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
1 run on 4 hits for the Pirates. Nothing for the Cardinals. Inclemente weather, tweets us at Root Sports Pit, hashtag Bucks Booth. So this is becoming a thing now.
I understand that one.
Well, what you want to do is we'll contact a couple of friends, whether it's texting them, calling them, tweeting them, whatever you're going to do. But I would contact a couple of friends and tell them to tune in because you're seeing something special here tonight at PNC Park. MLB.TV celebrating 11 years. Join the millions of fans and subscribe today. Watch every out-of-market game live online on your favorite mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Well, they're excited on what they're seeing tonight from that guy. David Freese, 7th hitter in the order, struck out looking in the 3rd. And he takes strike 1 here. Oh, and 1 to Freese.
Well, let's just say it this way. A.J. Burnett has been down this trail before. So we'll explain that later on.
He has indeed. Down the right side, and that's going to be a long strike. One and 2. And the pitch. Couldn't get him to chase.
Might have slipped a little bit on his follow through.
Burnett recorded his 2000th strikeout in his career. Did it in the 2nd inning when he got Carlos Beltran looking to lead off the inning. Well, if he joined us late, that is a milestone that Burnett has reached tonight. 2-2 pitch. And he got him. That's strikeout number 7 for Burnett tonight.
And I will submit that 5 or 6 have been curveballs, maybe more. In the big picture, it doesn't matter what the pitch is, but in this picture, you just want to point out how good his hook has been tonight. And really has been. He doesn't have any wins to show for it, but he has had one very impressive curveball in all his starts. Start number 4 tonight.
Descalso has started off with a strike from Burnett. Descalso flying to center.
Descalso has the only 2 stolen bases that the Cardinals have. So one thing you want to do is, it's a 1-0 game. Keep him off the base pass for a whole lot of different reasons. A lot of reasons.
Whiff percentage on curveballs for A.J. Burnett, leading the major leagues 59.2% of the time over Roy Halladay and big game James Shields.
59-44, big separation.
2 balls and a strike. 1-0 Pirate lead. Starling Marte a leadoff triple. Travis Snyder drove him in the bottom of the 1st inning. Jones a base hit, Walker a double. And a strike on the inside corner at the knees.
And both strikes in this at bat with the fastball. Everybody that has an awareness of pitching knows that AJ has that curveball in his back pocket for this at bat if and when he wants to use it.
And he hit him.
Just wrapped that curveball and held onto it too long, and that's the first Cardinal base runner. And again, you got a 1-0 ball game. He's a base stealer. The Pirates have not established themselves as being able to eliminate that particular aspect of an opponent's game yet. They've worked hard on it, but let's see what happens.
Oh, he got him right on the toenail. So now Russell Martin going to pay attention to the running game of the Cardinals now. 1 out, middle infield looks for 2, and Miller will try to bunt. Pedro crashing from 3rd base. Shelby Miller. He's trying to help his own cause and get a guy into scoring position.
Now Chris Maloney over to talk with Descalso. Whether the bunt is on or not, they might send him.
Strike 1. Well, if Miller doesn't get the bunt down and creates an out for himself, that would be a big bonus in this situation after the hit by pitch. Put Descalso on. throw to first base.
Just to make sure. In this kind of deal with him so dominant, even though the bunt's on, they might just send him. So AJ's trying to keep track of that.
And that's strike 2. So he's got one more to get a bunt down. Mike Matheny getting signed on. Jose Oquendo, third base coach, relays it.
Alvarez still in on the grass. Not as close as he was. And he's giving a little ground.
Runner takes off. That's strike 3. So Miller strikes out. And Descalso goes back to first.
Yeah, I had a feeling the Cardinals are just kind of hedging their bet. Let him go anyway. What's the downside if he strikes out? Just got to go back to first. If he gets the bunt down, you're there comfortably anyway.
And this will now bring up John Jay to face Burnett. Jay has struck out twice, once swinging and once looking. Burnett has retired 17 of 18. And Jay, a ground ball to the right side. Walker's got it. And the Cardinals are done in the 6th. Something's brewing for Burnett tonight here at the ballpark. A buzzer beater in the '98 NCAA tournament to defeat Cincinnati and send the Mountaineers to the Sweet 16. Hear the story retold by Bob Huggins, Jared West, Brent Solheim, and Tony Caridi while you relive this bracket-busting classic. Sunday Night Classics, Boise buzzer beater, Sunday at 8 on Root Sports. How about those numbers?
And how about this guy?
Starling Marte fouls it back for strike 1. Marte responsible in large part for the lone run in the ball game tonight. A leadoff triple in the first. And Travis Snyder drove him in with a bloop single to right. Marte, a 10-game hitting streak. Pops this one up, and Matt Carpenter calling for it. And there's one gone.
Happy birthday wish to our boss's dad, Lou Garda, veteran sergeant, Pittsburgh Police Force for a lot of years. Lou Garda, our boss's dad, our boss is Mark Garda. So happy birthday, Lou. You should be proud of your son. He does a great job with the Pirate Broadcasting Department, trying to keep all 5 monkeys in one barrel. He does a good job of doing it.
That's not an easy thing to do.
They keep trying to get out. Happy birthday.
Travis Snyder batting. Nobody on, 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes to Snyder. Getting lonely on the bench when you got something kind of neat going on. Walker trying to keep his distance.
I've seen situations. I don't know if I've ever seen a bench that deserted. I've seen separation, but this is full throttle. Okay, there's some uniform Pirates.
And down on strikes goes Snyder for the 2nd time tonight.
5 now for Shelby Miller. This is quite a pitching matchup. The youngster doing that, and the veteran on the other side, the Pirate uniform, doing his thing.
Well, let's not ignore Miller here. He has retired 15 straight since giving up the run in the 1st. Andrew McCutchen trying to end that string. 2 down, bases empty. And Kutch is 0 for 2. Hit into a double play in the 1st and then lined out sharply to Matt Holliday in left field in the 3rd inning.
Fastball right on the corner.
Now, again, he's 22 years of age, Shelby Miller is. When he was in high school just a few years ago, he threw 3 straight no-hitters in the Texas State playoffs when he was a junior.
3 in a row. That's called getting hot at the right time, isn't it?
Yes.
Playoff time. That'll get you some notice. That'll get you some 1st-round draft choice attention.
Also had a perfect game that year in high school. And McCutchen breaks his bat. And Descalso not going to get him. That's a base hit.
And did that go into the stands? Oh, yeah. We get an extra 90 feet.
So it'll be a throwing error on Descalso. And that'll move McCutchen up to 2nd.
Hitting an error. Goes the ball, there goes the bat. There goes the throw.
Well, that bat died a winner. Garrett Jones, the batter. Jones 1 for 2. Hit a well-hit single to right field in the 1st inning. Fly to center in the 4th. So 15 in a row set down for Miller, and McCutchen breaks that up. Ball and a strike to Jones.
Miller has given up 1 home run. Let's give AJ a little breathing room here. Talking about Miller coming off a great performance against the Brewers last time. What, 7 or 7+ shutout innings?
Yeah. Brewers, Norichka Aoki got to him early with a hit, and after that, that was it. He shut him down. 113 pitches. And he struck out 8 against Milwaukee. And Jones hits this one high in the air to right down the line, and that ball will be foul. He hooked it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Garrett Jones. And with 2 outs and runners in scoring position this season, 2 for 4. Only on the bench for AJ. McCutchen off of second base. Miller stretch and the 2-2 coming. Jones has upped his early season average to 325. Pirates and Cardinals wrapping up a rain-shortened 2-game series. Rained out last night. No makeup date yet announced. 62 of the 84 pitches have been for strikes.
He's been outstanding.
And now the count full. That's really the first time that Miller's missed badly on a pitch.
Yeah, that's just business as usual for Yadier Molina. Throw everything but the kitchen sink out in front. Keep the ball out in front. That's what they all try to do, and he does it as well as anybody.
Well, McCutchen at second. And Jones awaits the payoff pitch from Shelby Miller. Here's the payoff. Garrett will get another one. McCutchen going on contact. He's trying to get home, get some insurance in this 1-0 ball game.
And we are in the bottom of the 6th. In the top of the 7th, Shelby Miller made the last out in the 6th. Nothing happening in the bullpen. I would think that Mike Matheny is just going to let this young man go as far as he can, because he's pitching extremely well, and also saves the bullpen because they've been beat up a good bit.
And the first free pass issued by Miller.
Yeah, it has been a struggle for the bullpen, but the minute I say that, it looks like the phone is ringing in the Cardinal bullpen. The other side of that point, obviously, is a pitch count for any pitcher, especially a youngster. Mike in full charge of the lineup card.
He's 22, but last season he got some playoff experience. He made 2 appearances in the NLCS against San Francisco.
Yep, put him on the postseason roster.
Walker takes fastball inside, and the pickoff attempt at first, but Jones gets in ahead of the throw by Molina.
One of his favorites out there. A little bit of deception in that he's got the batter there, so the guy at first base might not see the initial move for that pickoff attempt.
One ball, 1 strike to Walker.
Neal has been having very good at bats, just almost from the beginning of the season.
His average has steadily climbed since the first road trip ended, up to 245, and he had a lot of atom balls. Hit a ball right at him several times, but here 1 for 2 tonight. And Walker with his first home run of the season Monday night. Came into the ball game hitting .391 during this 5-game, now 6-game hitting streak that he has. 39 career home runs. He is 3rd on the Pirates all-time list for second baseman, just behind George Grantham with 40. Bill Mazeroski's tops with 137. 1-2 to Walker. And AJ waiting to get at the Cardinals in the 7th.
What is that thing, the loneliness of the long distance runner?
Miller's 1-2.
And if anybody thinks that AJ Burnett is not aware of what's going on, well, get educated. He knows exactly what's happening. Having himself a great night. Great night.
You mentioned he has been down this road before. Two to Neil Walker. Toward the middle. That's throw for a base hit. Here comes McCutchen around third. He'll score. And Walker comes up with a 2-out RBI single. 2-0 Pirates.
Very big. Just off the glove. I think Descalzo might have got a little piece of it. But with 2 outs, Andrew was going to score comfortably. Maybe just under the glove. Maybe he got a little piece, but it didn't matter.
Pedro Alvarez with 2 outs and 2 on. A good time right now for Pedro. He's 0 for 2.
Overdue.
Jones at second, Walker at first. 1-0 pitch. Pirates a 2-0 lead now in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 men out, 2 on. 2 balls, 1 strike. Shelby Miller, who retired 15 Pirates in a row at one point after giving up a run on 4 hits in the first. Pirates with 2 hits here against them, plus a walk in the 6th. Three and 1. This pitch has to be right in the window if Pedro's going to swing. And tried to give it a ride and missed. Runners will be off to the races. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, those high fastballs look very tempting. Very tempting. Tough to go that far upstairs and keep that swing legitimate, level, and all those other things.
And the payoff pitch from Shelby Miller. He strikes out Alvarez. Pirates leave 2, but they get 1. And Burnett will face the Cardinals now in the 7th, leading 2-0. Steve Blass, I'm Tim Neverett. We take a look at the starters comparison tonight. Each has gone 6. Miller's given up 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. AJ has struck out 8.
They've both been very good. AJ's been better.
Well, Matt Carpenter will lead off. Carpenter 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice to second base, and in the 4th inning, Neil Walker made an excellent diving stop on him. Here's strike 1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where everybody around Major League Baseball is aware of what's going on in Pittsburgh.
I mentioned it before. Getting to this point in the game, get a hold of some people. Tell them to tune in. Tell them what's happening here at PNC. The 0-1 to Carpenter. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hitting .302. 1 home run and 6 runs batted in. Skip Schumacher had played a lot of second base and outfield for the Cardinals, but he moved along to the Dodgers. And Carpenter, who was kind of a fill-in player last year as a utility guy, moves over to second base this year. And AJ didn't like the call from Adrian Johnson.
Trying for that backdoor breaking ball, but that's that curveball that breaks kind of around the outside corner.
And for the 2-1 now to Carpenter. Here it is.
Okay, that curveball that went around. That will never make an umpire happy. That will never make an umpire happy. AJ wanted that curveball that Adrian Johnson determined broke around the strike zone.
3-1. And this one to right field, right at Snyder.
One down. You're going good. That's when you're going good. Put it right on the button.
So Carpenter out. There's 1 away in the 7th.
Fastball. Got the hands in. Hit it right on the line to Travis Snyder. You're trying to do what AJ is trying to do. You need some balls that are hit hard to go at your guys.
Holiday chops this one foul. Well, Matt Carpenter's college coach was hoping he'd get a hit there. Jim Schlossnagle, head coach at TCU, tuned into this one tonight.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Pedro Alvarez also played for him on Team USA. 0-1. That one's on the outside corner for a strike. 0-2, says Adrian Johnson.
Well, you got a guy who is a very good hitter, but he has a reputation of chasing, and AJ's got him in that kind of situation, and he almost did, or did he? Nope. Well, that's correct. He almost did, but not ruled a swing. Looks like the correct call. All things considered.
Burnett, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Matt Holliday. 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. AJ will field it. And he got him.
Huh. Okay, everybody breathe. Everybody breathe now. Here it is, chopped out too far away from Russell Martin. Goes down, and I didn't know if he was going to get the handle on it after he went down on one knee. Yep, it rolls up the leg. He recovers. Wow, you talk about 2 situations keeping this thing going. A line drive to right field, and then a ball rolling up your leg, and you recover to make the out. Ow!
And now Carlos Beltran, 0 for 2, struck out in the 2nd. And he grounded out to short in the 5th. He takes strike 1 from A.J.
There's that breaking ball that he wants, that backdoor slider or whatever they call it these days.
To right center. Back after it is Snyder, and there goes the no-hitter. Carlos Beltran breaks it up in the 7th inning with 2 outs.
And nothing cheap about it. And everybody in this ballpark still looking at a gem. Didn't quite have to be that, wound up being that ultimate gem, but he is pitching a gem. And Beltran's that good a hitter. Looked like a breaking ball downstairs. He's got under it and hit it out into no man's land. Now, Ray Searage out to talk. This is a good time. Let him kind of catch his breath. He's smiling. He knew exactly what was going on.
Well, last year, A.J. pitched a 1-hit shutout against the Cubs at Wrigley Field. That one went a little deeper before a guy who was called up that day from AAA, Adrian Cardenas, scored at a single into right field to break it up.
Here it is. It's the curveball. Not bad. Of course, you want it lower. Of course, you want him to pop it up, too. But the double. And what was it, 12 years ago, the no-hitter against the Padres.
So, while he was with the Marlins.
Yep, he has been down this road before. No-hitter against San Diego in 2001.
Well, the Pirates now have 2 men up in the bullpen to back up A.J. here in the 7th inning. 2 men out. And the pitch to Molina is outside for a ball. Pirates leading it 2-0. 2 runs on 6 hits. Cardinals no runs on a single hit.
Well, you love that insurance run. You'd like to have more, and hopefully we'll get more. And A.J. is going to take a moment now to collect himself as Adrian Johnson cleans off home plate. And I don't know if he's all right. I do not know if he's all right. Did you? Clint Hurdle's up on the steps. He used to say he thought he might have seen a twinge in his back before. Well, Clint Hurdle was up on the top step there. Now, he's not there now.
It's hard to say, though, Steve, because when he went down to field that ground ball off the bat of Holiday earlier, I think folks held their collective breath. Yadier Molina, 1-0. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. A.J. Burnett out of Moncton, Maryland. 36-year-old veteran right-hander. Twirling a good one here tonight in Pittsburgh. And he gets a strike in on Molina and gets ahead of him 1-2.
Might have gotten a call there. Molina doesn't like it.
See where that last pitch was? Pretty good.
Yeah.
The 100th pitch of the night for A.J. Burnett was a strike. Here's pitch 101. And it's in the air to center field. McCutchen opens up the back pocket. He's got it. And A.J. Burnett gives up the hit to Carlos Beltran. Loses the no-hitter with 2 outs in the 7th. And the fans enjoying the performance of A.J. Burnett. And 7th inning stretch. We'll give you a very special version now of Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
We're going to play
Got a one-hitter going through 7 innings. Getting some congratulatory pats on the back. Now he can get back to business as usual. 7 innings, 1 hit, 0s and 8 strikeouts. And when A.J. Burnett walked off the field, he was asking that side of the field to be quiet. Adam Wainwright, Cardinal pitcher, just relaying what that was all about. Wainwright himself pitched a gem the other day.
What was that all about?
In Cincinnati. I don't know. We'll have to find out later. Lance Lynn with a jacket on and Adam Wainwright there in the middle. Wainwright against the Reds in his last outing pitched a complete game shutout, striking out 12. And not only did he strike out 12, which matched his career high, he also had 3 hits in the game. Pirates will see Wainwright more than likely next week in St. Louis when the Pirates hit the road after the 4-game series coming up with Atlanta starting tomorrow night.
So numbers on Rosenthal. Miller went 6 innings, a couple of runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He was very good.
And Rosenthal gets a strike in
at 98 miles an hour. Thank you very much.
And Russell Martin to the left side. Descalso from the hole throws. That's off target. And a base hit for Russell Martin. He's 1 for 3.
Yep. Degree of difficulty there. He had to go a long way to try to get this play back across the infield. Good hustle by Russell.
Oh, Martin is aboard. Martin, who came in as part of a double switch on Monday. Not came in, but changed positions as part of a double switch on Monday. Went from catcher to third base. And a good-looking bunt by Barmes. And that is going to get Martin in a scoring position. And then that's going to do it for A.J. Burnett tonight. Well, tonight's AGH Sports Medicine Injury Update. Wandy Rodriguez had a bullpen session today through 25 pitches. All went well. He is now set to make his next scheduled start Friday night here at PNC Park against the Atlanta Braves. He had hamstring tightness in his start on the 8th of April at Arizona. Our injury update brought to you by Allegheny Sports Medicine, official medical provider of the Pirates. Alex Presley is at the plate. He'll pinch hit for A.J. Burnett.
Talk about a clean line of pitching. 7 scoreless, a hit, no walks, 8 strikeouts.
Alex Presley back up from AAA. He's got a man in scoring position with 1 out. And the reason it was Presley called up when Josh Harrison was sent out is the Pirates looked ahead at the schedule, the way that the pitching matchups, the probables were set, and a glut of right-handers. So Paul Maholm for the Braves, a lefty, is going to pitch this weekend, but still a lot of right-handed pitchers, so you needed a lefty off the bench. The Pirates have been going without a left-handed hitter off the bench for a little while now. And plus Alex had been playing well. Hitting .357 in AAA with a home run in 7 games played with the Indianapolis Indians. And he goes to left field for a base hit. Russell Martin will be held at third, not far enough to get him there. And Presley's going to try to take second. He's safe. Overslides the bag and is tagged out.
Boy, it's like you're in Kennywood. You're elated and then a little bit deflated as he overslid second base. Good job getting the ball out in the left field safely with a base hit, and then saw the bloop throw by Holiday, took off, had the deal 1 at second base, sees the bloop throw, comes in and just overslides.
A base hit for Presley. And he has put out 7 to 5 to 4. Just couldn't stay on the bag. A 2-man out, Martin at third base. And a pat on the back and a hug from Jeff Locke. Locke will start tomorrow. And Marte hits this one a little bit foul on out of play. Presley 1 for 1, but the overslide costs the Pirates a key out this inning. Good to see him swinging the bat. And I don't think you can fault him for being aggressive. He had second base. It was just the slide that was the problem.
He did the right thing. He saw the blue throw, had it made.
And a broken bat roller to Freeze at third. And safe at first is Marte. Russell Martin will score. It's 3-0 Pirates.
Costly error by the Cardinals. The Pirates find a way to get that run in. Ball got a piece of Rick Sofield, first base coach, but that's after the fact. It looked like Freeze maybe had a little trouble getting a handle on the ball. That might have caused him to rush just a little bit. That's kind of a detail that doesn't matter right now. The Pirates got an extra point.
And the pitch outside is they're expecting Snyder to go, so the pitch out, nothing on. Throw to first base and Marte back. Rosenthal's pitch, and it's on the outside edge for a strike called. 1-1. Mark Melanson getting loose. He'll work the 8th. Snyder fouls it back. 1-2 to Snyder. A.J. Burnett, pitcher of record to the good right now. Best outing of the season. Takes a seat after 7 innings. And that's one thing that the Pirates have wanted their starting pitchers to do, Steve, is go deep into games. There hasn't been enough of that this season. So they got 7 innings out of A.J. before they'll have to go to the bullpen. And the script tonight would be written as Melanson in the 8th and Grilli in the 9th. Jeff Karstens talking to A.J. Burnett. Karstens with a hood on. Jeff still on the DL trying to work his way back with shoulder trouble. And down on strikes goes Snyder. Pirates get another run on 2 hits. We'll go to the 8th inning. 3-0 Pirates. 7 innings, just 1 hit. Carlos Beltran got him in the 7th inning, but 8 more strikeouts tonight, Steve.
He was absolutely terrific.
He got Beltran for his 2000th strikeout in the 2nd inning, but Beltran had revenge in the 7th.
The only blemish. He was absolutely terrific. Absolutely terrific.
And the no-no until
about
2
as
outs
clean
in the
as it
7th.
gets right there.
101 pitches for Burnett. And it was
souvenir from last Friday.
Friday night. Free Shirt Friday here, and it was A.J. Knight. He pitched that night as well. Mark Melanson takes over in the 8th inning.
He has been terrific. 8 innings, just 1 run, giving up 1.13 ERA. It was a home run.
Joey Votto hit a home run in the Cincinnati series, and really Melanson has made 1 bad pitch that he can count.
That's right. 8 innings, 8 strikeouts. No free passes, always like that. You know, I was working on tips for the game. We didn't need them tonight, but I had a poker theme. One was play our ace, being A.J. Burnett. Second one didn't work out. Deal Pedro winning hand to this point. Third one was keep the bullpen playing Hold'em. So let's keep them playing Hold'em right now.
So it's time for Hold'em here.
Pittsburgh Hold'em.
Matt Adams from Phillipsburg. 0 for 2 tonight. Melanson's got a 1-1 count on him. Well, Melanson can play Hold'em. He can play Texas Hold'em. He's from Spring, Texas.
There you go.
Pittsburgh, it might be easy to play the river card.
You got it. You got it. That probably in this case would be Jason Grilly.
And a third strike delivered by Melanson. Adams down on strikes. Speaking of strikeouts, a couple of guys on their way up. Taking a look at what's happening in the minors. Garrett Cole last night, 6 1/3. He struck out 5, walked 4, gave up a run on 4 hits. And today, Jamison Tyone pitching for Altoona, 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, 101 pitches, no runs on 2 hits. So Tyone was doing a bit of dealing.
Yeah, so you talk about Shelby Miller, blue chip prospect for the Cardinals. We got him too. We got Tyone and Garrett Cole on their way. Not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
One-0 pitch to David Freese. That's a comebacker. And 2 men out for the Cardinals in the 8th. Fans, Pirates games are more fun in groups. Ask about how each member of your group can take home a Pirates cap or Roberto Clemente jersey with just the price of a ticket. Give your group a night to remember. Book your group outing by calling 1-800-BUY-BUCKS or go to pirates.com/groups. So lots of groups out here enjoying a night out or even an afternoon at the ballpark.
Watching a dandy.
Many groups here tonight are seeing a good one. Ground ball to the left side, and Barmes will backhand. He throws. He got it. Oh, what a play!
Goodness. My goodness gracious. They don't like it on the Cardinal side, but we're all loving it. What a sparkler by Clint Barmes.
Oh, Barmes starting it, and Jones with a pick at the end. From the Sunbury area. Thanks for watching and rooting on your Pittsburgh Pirates. All of us at Root Sports and the Pirates appreciate your support. Let's go Bucks. Bottom of the 8th inning. And Andrew McCutchen leading off. And McCutchen belts one to center field. He's got a base hit. He's 2 for 4. So pitching change as McCutchen chases the Cardinal right-hander. We'll tell you about the new hurler when we come back. 3-0 Pirates, bottom of the 8th. To Miller time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite.
Left-hander Randy Choate coming on, and the issues continue with the Cardinal bullpen as Rosenthal came in, gave up a run. You can say it was no fault of his own because of the error, but he did give up a couple base hits to make it possible. And now he departs after a leadoff hit in the 8th inning.
And Gabby Sanchez batting for Garrett Jones. Getting a right-handed bat against the lefty Choate. Choate out of San Antonio, Texas. And since he was called up in 2009, he's 4th among Major League left-handed pitchers in total games pitched. It's over 280. 6th among all pitchers. So he has had a lot of work over the last 4+ seasons.
But now he's got some work that he's going to be doing on the science with Yadier Molina, making sure that the catcher knows what he's going to be delivering.
McCutchen, some insurance at first base with nobody out. Sanchez at 136. He does have 4 runs batted in. Pretty well hit to center field, and that one's over his head into the wall. McCutchen's going to get waved around. The relay throw, not in time. 4-0 Pirates. An RBI double by Gabby Sanchez.
And was there any doubt that Andrew was going to score when that ball went over the head of Jay? It had a lot of carry. He got a lot more of it than the Cardinal center fielder thought. And when that got over his head, there was a lot of Andrew to watch. A lot of Andrew to watch. There's McCutchen. He's going to go out. And then it's off to the races. Just to watch. Okay, it's not caught now. Okay, game on. No contest.
Rose Sanchez with a pinch hit double. And now Neil Walker turns around to bat right-handed against the lefty Choate.
10 hits for the Bucks now. Four hits in the first, and then 15 retired in a row, and then the Pirates got the bats going again.
And this one high in the air to left field, and foul.
Oh,
and very close to almost climbing off the pole.
Almost got a cheapie. See how close.
Had the distance.
3 or 4 feet. Yep.
Long strike and a loud strike for Walker. Well, that run scored will be charged to Rosenthal, so that closes the book on him.
For the time being, takes the Pirates out of a save situation. So Watson and Jason Gurley still warming up.
Little tapper to the left side. That's a tougher play than it looks. Walker is out. Sanchez moves safely to third base. So, man at third and just one out. Take a look at the Nissan road ahead. As we look ahead to tomorrow, the Atlanta Braves come in. First of a 4-game series against the Red Hot Braves, who lost today 1-0 to Kansas City. Then it's a 10-game road, 4 to Philly, 3 to St. Louis, and then 3 to Milwaukee. That'll wrap up the month. Jeff Locke gets to go tomorrow against Julio Teheran.
Well, let's pick up another one here.
Infield will come in for Pedro Alvarez. So good situation for Pedro to add another run for the Bucks. Left on left matchup, and Choate delivers a breaking ball way outside.
After Teheran, you're going to see Hudson, Mahalam, and Medlin with ERAs of 2.50, 0, and 1.42. Better keep our good pitching going.
Again, the breaking ball, that's outside, 2-0. Pedro's faced Choate 3 times in his career. He's 1 for 3. One out, runner at third is Gabby Sanchez. Pirates with 10 hits in the ball game, leading 4-0. And Pedro shoots this one to left field. That's going to get down, and Sanchez will score. And Pedro Alvarez 1 for 4. He's got an RBI base hit. 5-0 Pirates.
Good for the confidence. Pirate third baseman gets a knock, knocks in a run.
And Mike Matheny. So we watch Pedro drop this one in front of Matt Holliday. Matheny already out to the mound. And Alvarez chases Randy Choate. Another pitching change. 5 runs on 11 hits. Choate, a quick exit from the ballgame. starting at 6:30 on our main channel, and a special Root Sports production of your Buccos game against the Braves at 7 o'clock right here on MLB Network. Visit rootsports.com for a channel lineup and more information. Penguins with a big win over the Canadians tonight.
Keep them rolling. They've been rolling for most of their abbreviated season.
Fernando Salas is the new Cardinal pitcher, and he delivers a strike to Russell Martin.
You wonder what the Cardinal bullpen is going to look like the next time we see him. We don't have to wait too long to see him the next time.
Well, just about 8 days, 9 days.
I wonder if it'll be the same.
Martin takes up high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Martin had a base hit in the 7th and scored a run. Trying to raise his average. Salas delivering the 1-1 pitch. That's strike 2, 1-2. Alvarez at first base. He ended up chasing Randy Choate with an RBI single, scoring Gabby Sanchez. McCutchen led off the inning against Trevor Rosenthal, got a base hit. He was replaced by Choate. Choate immediately gave up a double to center field to Sanchez, scoring McCutchen. And Alvarez got Sanchez in. Pirates with single runs in the 1st, in the 6th, and the 7th, and 2 here in the 8th. And a check swing roller in fair ground. And Salas will get Martin at first base. 1-3 goes the put out on the excuse me check swing, and Alvarez safe at second.
Didn't want to, but I did.
They always hope those excuse me swings end up in foul ground somewhere.
Or else the pitcher runs over on the move and steps on it or throws it down the right field line.
Well, Clint Barmas 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt tonight. Still looking for career hit number 800. Way out in front. Swing and a miss. Robbie Inch-Mikowski and Steve Blass, Tim Everett. Glad you're watching, no matter where you're watching us tonight. Seeing a good ball game. A.J. Burnett, 1-hit baseball through 6 2/3 before Beltran got a double. And this one down the right field line, foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Just 1 hit for St. Louis tonight. And Barmas strikes out. And we will go to the top half of the 9th as the Pirates look to close out the Cardinals. Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. And our Miller Lite moment is this strikeout of Carlos Beltran in the second inning. That's career strikeout number 2,000 for A.J. Burnett. Kind of an A.J.'s night.
He was terrific. A lot of fun to watch. A veteran pitcher on his game.
5 runs on 11 hits for the Pirates. No runs on 1 hit and 2 errors for the Cardinals. Gabby stays in to play first, and Tony Watson comes in to try to finish off St. Louis. Shane Robinson will get a chance to bat as a pinch hitter to lead off the top half of the 9th inning against Watson. Robinson started the rained out game last night. He hadn't started yet this year, so even though he started and had a chance to get in the ball game for 2 innings, gets wiped out. He has not had an official start.
He started, but he has not started.
That's right. And the 1-0 pitch from Watson. Robinson pops it up down the right field line, and after it is Snyder. He makes the catch in fair territory for out number 1.
1 down, 2 to go for the Pirates to put a real gem up on the board.
Hey, where's the fire?
He's ready.
John Jay, the center fielder. The Penguins are leading the Montreal Canadiens 6-3. 3 minutes left in that one. So all signs point to a Bucks and Pucks sweep tonight.
It's a Pittsburgh night in Pittsburgh.
And Friday they'll look to do it again. We'll be on MLB Network again with a special Root Sports broadcast. Pirates in Atlanta and the Penguins on the main channel taking on the Boston Bruins.
Friday and Saturday.
1-1 to John Jay. 1 out, top of the 9th. And now 2 strikes to Jay. Tony Watson trying to finish things off tonight. Mark Melancon pitched a perfect 8th. Got a strikeout. Pirates 2 outs away from their 7th win of the year. One, 2, and Jay looks at a pitch up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Speaking of sweeps, Cincinnati and Philly, a doubleheader today. Cincinnati was really the continuation of a suspended game
from last night,
and Cincinnati walked off with a win there in the 9th, and then leading 11-2 late. That one down the left field side, foul. So Cincinnati poised for a sweep.
So apparently they didn't like getting swept by the Pirates, so they're going to try to turn it back around.
Some more tweets that have come in. Looks like another Bucks and Pucks sweep. Great night from the Bucks, bats swinging, and great game from AJ. Finish it. How about them Pens? Absolutely great night for sports in the Burgh.
A lot of great hashtags coming in.
And Jay goes down on strikes. And they're now 2 down. Just can't follow that comment up, Steve. Just can't do it. And now Clint Hurdle is coming out to get Tony Watson. He's going to bring Jason Grilli in. It's an on-save situation. He's going to get Grilli some work as he wants the right-hander. And time for a little grilled cheese. Pitching change. 2 outs in the 9th. Clint Hurdle goes to the bullpen to get Jason Grilli to face the pinch hitter Ty Wigginton. Grilli 5 for 5 in save opportunities. That's not one of them, though. This is just getting some work.
Well, if you're wondering why Clint Hurdle made this move, and you might be, I am, but I've had too many situations where I've wondered and speculated, why did he make that move? Usually the next day when I go down and ask, the manager has a reason why he makes the move.
So Ty Wigginton facing Jason Grilli. 2 outs in the ninth. Base is empty. Cardinals have had two base runners all night. A.J. Burnett hit David Descalso with a pitch on the toe in the 6th. And then a double to break up the no-hitter in the 7th by Carlos Beltran. Congratulations to the Penguins. They've won tonight. It's part of our Bucks and Pucks doubleheader. 6-4 the final over Montreal. And the Pirates trying to wrap up the Cardinals now. 1-1 to Wigginton. Tomorrow night, the Upton boys and the Braves come to town for the beginning of a 4-game series starting at 7:05. 3 games, 6:30. And there's strike 2.
Backed up a 93-mile-an-hour fastball with something soft, a breaking pitch, off-speed pitch. And the Pirates 1 strike away from the gem.
Batman likes it. Really a strike away. There it is. That's the ball game. Grilli comes in out of the pen, strikes out Wigginton, and the Pirates split this 2-game series with the Cardinals. They go to 7-7. Cardinals 8-6. A.J. Burnett gets his first win of the season as a combined 1-hit shutout. A.J. did the bulk of the work.
Well, you know, we spent a lot of the ball game giving tribute to one of baseball's most perfect nights, Stan Musial, and this was as close as a perfect night that you're going to come to without having it be absolutely perfect. This is a great ball game. Pirates got some offense going. Great outing by A.J. Burnett. Just all good baseball.
Well, Clint Hurdle certainly has to be pleased with the effort tonight. And not only did A.J. Burnett reach a milestone and getting his 2,000th career strikeout, but he got another 1-hitter to go along with the one he had against the Cubs last year. Flirted with a no-no again. Well, we talked about one Pittsburgh native a lot today, and Stan Musial. And Robbie Intzmakowski's downstairs with another one.
Yeah, Neil Walker, another good night for him. The clear story tonight, A.J. Burnett. From your vantage point at second base tonight, what was it that worked for him in his 7 shutout innings?
He was getting ahead pretty much every hitter. He had great command of his secondary stuff, his slider, even mixing in a couple changeups here and there. He was unbelievable tonight. That's special to watch.
The offense has really been going well after a very slow start this season. What turned the tide?
I think we're just kind of we're confident right now. I think guys are starting to trust themselves, trust their approach, trust the next guy in line if they don't get the pitches that they want. So I don't know. I mean, baseball, this is kind of the way baseball is, up and down, but we've done a real good job of getting back on track here at home and kind of settling in and settling into our approaches.
We all knew what was going on as we were in that 7th inning, everybody in the stadium, everybody watching on TV. What are your thoughts as that ball that Beltran hits as it's about to land in right center?
Yeah, you know, obviously Carlos is an unbelievable hitter, and you figure, you know, if you're going to give it up, you might as well give it up to one of those guys. But it didn't change the fact that A.J. was just absolutely phenomenal tonight, and on top of that, his 2,000 strikeouts is just mind-boggling. I'm real happy for him.
What kind of leader is A.J.?
He's one of the best leaders I've been around. Has as much fun as anybody on this team, and yeah, I've learned a lot from him just from watching him work at his age and go out there and attack his game plan and play his game.
Thanks for your time, Neil.
All right, thank you, Rob.
Good night for Neil Walker and the rest of the Pittsburgh Pirates. A.J. Burnett, 7 shutout innings, Tim, his first win of the season.
Yep, outstanding work for A.J. Neil Walker swinging a good bat, and it was a great play by Walker in the 4th inning that kept the no-hitter alive. And also a nice play by Travis Snyder in the 5th that also kept it alive through 2 outs into the 7th inning.
And another good play by AJ himself when he came in on that little chopper and the ball tried to roll up his arm a little bit. He stayed with it and got the out at first base to keep things rolling. So great when you get to watch something like that go into the 7th inning, and just absolutely terrific. 2 outs in the 7th. It got away, but this game didn't get away from the Pirates.
So far, the Pirates have won 4 of the first 5 games on this homestand. Thanks to all of our crew who made it happen here tonight. For Steve Blass and Robbie Ince-Mikowski, I'm Tim Everett. The Pirates ride A.J. Burnett to a 5-0 shutout win over the St. Louis Cardinals. Thank you very much for watching.